Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and controls the e4 square. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central square. g6 prepares to fianchetto, the dark squared bishop. This lets your bishop step into the game. This move fianchettos their bishop, placing it on a strong. You developed your bishop on the long diagonal. They castled kingside, placing their king in a safer spot away from the center. Playing the same piece again slows down your progress in the opening. They exchange pieces of equal value. You recaptured. They kick your bishop with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. For sure you had to move away from the threat. This move clears the way to bring their bishop into the game. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either. This move doesn't help their position at all. Your piece jumps in to protect a queen. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. That's playable. Castling on the same side of the board as your opponent is a solid choice. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. Not the best move, but not bad either. You are now able to eventually win material. You had a better way to win material through a tactic. They didn't find the right idea. For sure you had to move away from the threat. They bring their final piece into the game, fully mobilizing their position. Yes, this is the way. Their knight is now in a stronger position, controlling key areas. You've moved your knight to a powerful square. This is a fair trade. A clear recapture. They attacked your rook, gaining time as it must move away. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. They offer a fair trade of pieces. This is a fine move. Decent move, but they had a better one. Your better option was to attack a pawn chain. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. I like their choice. Nice, definitely the right move. They are threatening to win material because the pawn is pinned. You had an opportunity to capture a free pawn. Precise move from your opponent. Your better option was to move a queen to safety. Your opponent blocked the attack on their rook, keeping it safe. You are threatening to tactically win a bishop. That's playable. You had an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. They moved the bishop to safety. This is the way to win material. Moving their threatened bishop to safety. This is the way to win material. This move puts their bishop on a safer square. Good job, that's what I would have played too. This move forces your rook to retreat, giving your opponent extra. Clearly, you don't want to leave your rook in danger. They are potentially weakening their king safety with this pawn move. Your opponent will have to keep an eye on that passed pawn. Your opponent had the upper hand, but now the game is close to equal. You made that square a great outpost for a bishop. Their king steps away from the check by your bishop. The closer your passed pawn to promotion, the stronger it is. They are right on target. You had an opportunity to win material through a tactic. The game is now close to equal, as your opponent's small edge has disappeared. Now, your opponent can't stop you from winning material if you make the right moves. They've made a mistake, and their bishop is now lost. This will win a bishop with correct play. There was just one move that worked for them, and this wasn't it. You are now able to create. That pawn was yours for the taking. A correct move to get their bishop out of harm's way. That pin will win material. This is the only move that works. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between your queen and their king. This is the way to win material. It was an even game, but now you have the advantage. Good eye noticing that piece is trapped. You'll win material. Their best option was to pin an attacker of a vulnerable bishop. You are now able to play a stunning move, ignoring the threat on the rook. You ignored your opponent's threat and found a powerful response. You are now able to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent will be forced into checkmate if you find the right moves. That was the only move. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between your bishop and their king. Congrats on your win.